of my favorite camera and lens combinations of all time is actually the GH6 with this SLR Magic 35mm T095. I personally stop it down the T095 every time. It's the only time I ever shoot with it. I might go up to 1.4 at most, but at 0.95, I think this is magical. I really do. I love the look. I hate sharp clinical looks. I like soft edges. I like soft roll-off. I pretty much love everything that every YouTuber says that you're supposed to hate. Well, that to me is what looks natural. I don't want anything overly clinical or overly sharp. I hate that look. But I will tell you that the GH6 with this SLR Magic 35mm has been absolutely magical. It's been beautiful. And even when I throw the 35mm onto the GH5, it creates something that I just don't duplicate with anything else. And so for all these people out there that are hating on Micro Four Thirds all the time, saying you can't get shallow depth of field, you can't get bokeh, and I don't know, all the other BS that everyone says you can't do with Micro Four Thirds. I've never found myself having an issue achieving those things with the right setup. I think that people are either just too lazy or completely too misinformed to find the right setup. And once you find the right setup, you can absolutely achieve anything that you would want to achieve. I can take this eye cup off here, off the back of the GH6. Take my favorite flippy screen, which also articulates fully. And I can shoot like that all day long. Just like this. Stripped down. No monitor. Scratch audio, just using the mics on the camera. And I always get something that I don't want to say I always get something that I'm blown away by, because that's not true. But I always get something that I'm very pleased with. At the very least. And I think that if people really knew how to film with what they have, rather than saying, oh, well, it doesn't have IBIS, or, oh, well, I can't use that because it doesn't have the AI autofocus, or learn your camera, learn your lens, learn your gear. Learn how to pull focus. Learn how to use your equipment before your equipment takes over your ability to learn. Because it will. And you're going to skip over all the great things about the GH5 and the GH6 and progressing through the line where you learn a little bit more each time. You're going to skip over all that. You're going to go right to a Sony A7 IV or C2 with AI autofocus. You're going to rely so heavily on autofocus and on IBIS. Although the IBIS in the GH6 is by far some of the best IBIS I have ever used in my life. But you're going to expect the most perfect autofocus every shot, and anytime it phases on or off, you're going to be like, what just happened? We just lost focus completely. I've seen it happen. I've heard it happen. I've sat in the background while young producers, young filmmakers, young content creators, whatever you want to call them, have been like, wait, what was that? Go back. And then I'm looking at the playback, and it's like a quick blip of softness to the focus and then sharp right back to focus. Like it didn't even pull off focus. It was like it just softened up. And they were like, oh, we can't use this. It ruined the whole project. And it, like, I don't even know what to say anymore. Like, heaven forbid you don't have perfect autofocus on everything all the time. I actually really embrace those moments when the autofocus just kind of softens up for a second and then comes back in. And I'm not saying like I want to lose focus, but then again I'm manually focusing anyway, so if I lose focus, it's my fault, not the camera's. So again, ultimately, learn your gear. Go create something. Make a name for yourself.